welcome. And today I'm going to be doing a collage landscape, and I'm going to take you through my process. First of all, I decide on my colour palette, and then I'm using here some photographs that I've taken while I'm out and about, especially when I'm walking my dog, and different things inspire me. And that's really fun because you can use so many different inspirations. For example, this is some logs that I've found, and I've printed it in a little bit of a blue tone, and then lots of other things, some wooden panels I saw, and I can change the colour. I mean, you can do anything that you like with them, really. And then I use some things that I do on my jelly plate, again with the palette that I want to use. They're just very simple designs, and I put all the things together, and then I've got a nice lot of things to choose from to get started. So this is a painting I did a little while ago, and I want to do something else with it. So I'm going to use some of the collage paper on this painting and see how it develops. I'm just using a Liquitex gel medium satin for the glue. Very, very straightforward. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see how I transform this. Might work, it might not, but let's see. So I've started now putting some of the gel on. I love using this satin gel. It's really great. It works with everything, with all different kinds of paper and tissue paper and pages out of books or whatever you like to use. So this is my kind of go-to that I use. And the painting is kind of giving me a few prompts as to how to begin. And if you haven't got a painting to paint over, then you might just put some paint down on your canvas just as a starting point, really. And I've got so hooked on collage now, and the reason why this has come up is that I have many online classes, and students had said to me, please do workshop on collage. So that's how come I've really got into it. And if you'd like some information on that, the link is below. If you really would like to find out more about all the different aspects of collage, how you can do your papers, how you can structure it, etc., then the masterclass would be really helpful for you. And sort of on that subject, if you love abstract painting and you want to learn more, I have a free mini course which I'll also put in the link below. And doing this process, I decided I would actually investigate collage a little bit further and find out where it all started. And I was really amazed at what I found. The word collage originates actually from the French word coller, which means to glue, which is exactly what we're doing. And obviously you can use so many different things in collage, all different kinds of materials, photographs, newspaper clippings, fabric, all kinds of wonderful things to do. And I discovered that the origins of collage actually started back in the 12th century, can you believe, in China and Japan, during a period called the Edo period. And it's amazing where we've come to from the 12th century fast forward to 2023. So we're obviously on the right lines for being creative and doing something that is such a wonderful art form, and gives us so many possibilities, and a great way to kind of loosen up, be creative, not worry. Because, whatever you do with the collage, if you don't like it, you can collage over it, or you can paint over it. You can do, exactly what you want. And, oftentimes, especially, students say, oh, they get worried about, where do they start? What do they do? How can they, access their creativity? And this is a wonderful way to begin that process. because it's limitless. And you can play and explore and discover so many wonderful designs and compositions that you can do. And it's a wonderful process, going through magazines and papers and finding different ways of looking for things that you really like, and then using them, either in a painting or even, in a journal. There's a lot of those videos around on YouTube, and it's wonderful. So, you can really use this process to discover something magical about your own creativity. So you can see that the painting is beginning to progress, and I'm moving it forward slowly but surely. It's obviously speeded up a little bit here, but we can take our time. We're not in a rush. We can just develop as we go and enjoy the whole process. And this painting actually took me, I think, 3 days, but I'm developing now a series for an exhibition that I'm going to have, and carry on the theme, which again is a wonderful thing to do once you get started. Do 2, 3, 4 or more and develop a series for yourself, because obviously the more you do, the better you get, the more confident you feel, and the more interesting it can become. And practice makes perfect. And you might not be as happy with the first one, but as you progress, you get better and better, and you understand how it works, and what to use, and what you like and what you don't like. And you can really develop something very exciting with doing this kind of art. It leads you into lots of different things, because then if you actually come to painting, you've already got some foundation for understanding how your colour is working and putting it together. So I'm going to carry on, and we'll see where it takes us to next. So I've left this painting overnight, actually it's a couple of nights, and I've come back to it, and there are a lot of things that I'm not sitting right. And I think this is a really good example of, when you want to change things, it's absolutely fine. You don't have to go with what you've got. You can go in and change the whole thing if you want to. So now I'm just going to feel my way into where I would like this painting to go, and see what develops. So as you can see here, I'm painting over a lot of the collage, and actually this is really I like doing this because you get some really fabulous textures going on underneath, and it gives a painting a lot of depth, and you don't cover all of it. You can see some of the colour behind, and obviously the textures coming through. So don't be afraid to be as bold as you want. After all, it's only a painting, and you're discovering all the time. It's an experiment to see what will happen if you do X, Y and Z. And so I decided I'd kind of go over all of this, and it continuously changes until eventually I finish it. And as I said, it took quite some time, over 3 days, to put this together how I really wanted it to be. And just going back to the interesting thing about the history, because then you kind of follow it through to what happened in the early stages of modern collage, and then that was in the 19th and 20th century, and artists like Picasso and Georges Braque were pioneers of collage techniques in the context of fine art. So it really kind of catapults itself into the 20th century, and now obviously into the 21st century, and how many people really enjoy doing collage painting, and some of the amazing pieces that now you can see. And if you go and have a look at some of the fine artists who are producing beautiful works using collage. So there's a lot to be inspired by in this method of doing collage. So moving forward, I'm making some progress here, changing it, seeing how it feels, putting this blue down, and seeing how that feels. It can be painted over if it doesn't go the way I want it to go, and actually that does happen later on. And it develops, and you can feel as you get in the zone of your painting what you want to do next and how it will work. So I'm really just going with the flow, using all the papers that I had. And I think that's an important thing. If you have your papers prepared and you know the colours that you want to use, then everything will kind of go together. There will be some kind of harmony in your painting, in your collage, that will hold the painting together. I'm also becoming conscious of composition and where my focal points are, my darks and my lights, with the tone values of the colours. Again, most importantly, it doesn't matter what you're doing, whether you're doing, collage or abstract painting or landscape painting, whatever you do, those principles remain the same, with your focal points, with the design of your painting and your colour values. Those are our three most important principles in any painting. You've got to have an interest point, your focal point, and you need those colour value changes. So now I want to just show you some close-ups where I'm up to now, so you can see the textures and the colour values and the focal points, and how this can come together so fantastically with a collage painting. So here's the finished picture. I got there in the end. You can see I've done a little bit more. I actually put a little bit of blue. I did a bit of glazing of blue into this corner, and just increase the colour here for focal point again. And I think now I've got some really good focal points going around the picture. So I hope you've enjoyed this whole process. And if you'd like to learn more about collage painting, then do go and have a look at the link below for the workshop that I do on everything about collage. And of course, I mentioned the mini course if you'd like to try something for free and see if you like to do abstract painting. And if you've got any questions, do leave me a comment below. I'm quite happy to answer any questions that you might have. And obviously, if you like the video, then please give me the thumbs up. It helps share this video to many other people, which is great and helps the channel increase. And subscribe if you would like to see more videos that I do. So thanks again for watching, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Take care. Bye for now.